annoying because like nothing really helps. I mean, it does, but like it stays like this.
Unless you get like a good steroid or like
Oh, do you see that? What is happening here? Oh.
Wait, I don't want to be in this.
I literally have the cover for the thing. Oh, you're not in it. Don't worry. I got you. I angled it. Okay, we're discussing Fallen City by Adrienne Young. Fallen City by Adrienne Young. Okay, so first, what? I know. Isn't it? It's really pretty. Yeah. I think it was like the regular audition. Yeah, like the first editions are now like. What?
I think you know what I've noticed.
Yeah. It's like the first round lately of like a lot of books have been coming out with like sprayed edges.
And you know what? As well, I've noticed actually. Can be bad.
Can be.
That might have been.
She's like,
the first thing that started.
Can I eat this?
You were like, whoa.
Anyway, I'm also like very square. Like.
Oh yeah, no, it is very yes.
It's not like.
It's like rounded.
Yeah,
squared off.
It does.
Sharp.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
which I kind of like. It does feel like a textbook. I know. All right, so I mean, first of all, first question is, do we like the cover? It's
But
really pretty.
all the other editions, like I think third grade has one, and maybe it's an fifth grade. They have really pretty.
You just found one, right? For
Did you send it in the?
yeah.
Somebody sent it.
Yes, I did.
What was it for? What edition was that? Is that
That was the fairy loop.
Fairy Loop? Fairy Loop has some in there.
Maybe it could have been one. There's so many that I follow. But that's the one with the, I think, because of the bottom, and they're like spaced out.
I really like it.
Yeah, it is the fairy loop.
I totally meant to bring my mic and just clip myself, but I'm so sorry. I hope you guys can hear me, but if not,
Yeah, I did see that. Yes, that one.
yeah.
No, it's really
But there's also another one. I think it was the Alfred. Yeah, that's the one that I saw this morning. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's really pretty.
I do like the original cover. Though.
Yeah,
I
and
think
mostly,
it's very, like,
I think it's like, it calls your attention.
Yeah.
True.
Even this one, like it goes with this style. I really love that.
Yeah.
I think it's like very minimalist, which I like, versus very busy. There's a lot of room the emphasis to do.
A lot.
I feel like her other covers, I feel like that's pretty consistent with
Yeah.
the way she kind of markets her.
I will say.
Is it supposed to be sun though? And why? Yeah, because like it's a raised reference.
I think it's like the gods, like Halo type of thing.
Yeah. And obviously the burning.
I can never picture like the halo that he was supposed to have.
The Halo is funny.
Like, is it like? It's
I
not
think
cover, it's like a round, like a crown.
I
I'm
imagine
sure
it was
it's
covering.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine it was like covering close
And I
to.
imagine it was very like faint.
Yeah.
Like in the daylight, it very really
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagined it covered.
Yeah. Me too.
Yes, that's what I was picturing at first.
No, it's like a legit like Halo, yeah. All right, so then going around the room, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why, etc. Who wants to start?
It was good. I liked it. Generally, I also feel like I'm a vibes reader, so
Yeah.
I didn't have any issues with it. I thought it was cool, and I love like the mythology themes, so I'm always down for that. And I feel like she did a good job. We were talking about like the time jumps were cool. I did feel like it made it hard for me to get into initially, but then I mean I liked how she tied it all up. I feel like it was like building to that point where like the philosopher died and whatever. So I liked it.
Yeah.
I gave it 4 stars. Or like 3.5 rounded up, but Goodreads doesn't like
So
that.
for not lazy, yeah.
How deep? Okay, so sorry.
Okay.
So I thought it was very well written.
Yeah.
I don't have like major complaints.
Mhm.
But so I'm kind of like, nah,
Okay.
it was good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like in the middle. I think there's just like one of my it was a little slow.
Mhm.
And then I didn't feel enough of like I didn't feel super invested in the two main characters'
Yeah.
relationship. I felt more invested in like his character with like the philosopher, his character with his best friend.
Yeah.
Than I did with them. Like I felt like it wasn't very developed. Or like why they love each other.
Yeah.
It happened very quick.
Yeah, and then it was just like, oh, we're in love. We love each other.
He would abandon everyone else for her. It's like,
Right. Except then he abandoned her. Anyway, so I think that was right. So
Twice.
I was pissed the second time.
I don't know if
even
I'm
get
gonna
to
be.
the
I
end.
don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to like.
Like, no, I was like, dude, I took her. I was that also. I was like, you took her choice.
Yeah.
You didn't decide for her. And that was anyway. Sorry, that's why I said no details.
No, go for it.
I don't want to go like all that. So those are those are things that took away from it. But I thought the writing was too well. I do love a like Roman
Yeah.
based story, even though it's not that, but it's like a Roman obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's funny because that was probably my favorite book of all the ones we read so far.
Okay.
So it's a big 5 out of 5 for me. I think that was a really good yearning there. So you said it's funny because you said, "Oh, I didn't feel a connection." But to me, it was the other way around because they've known each other since they were 15, and then 10 years passed. If you were a teen, you had a crush on someone at that time, and then that developed into a relationship.
I think I missed that it was like a 10-year.
I
didn't think it was
Yeah,
that
so
long.
they initially he was brought to the Citadel, and they were like training him to legionnaire and whatever. And then when he first attended the first tribunal, they were 16.
Right.
And that was like the first night when she was like, "Hey, like you just said some stuff to my mom," and he's like, "Well, hell yeah."
But then like I thought everything.
I feel like they did it
The gap was a little, yeah, I could see that totally because then we're thrown into them who's 27 years old. And all of that was happening, I guess. It was happening for 10 years, which, like you said, we didn't see a lot of that, aside from, their marriage, which happened 6 months before.
Right.
The revolution.
Yeah.
So there was
Because in my mind it was like, okay, they met and then like they got in the river together and then like they were kind of in love and then they got married. Like I don't know. Yeah.
I agree, but I think that was the point of it because it wasn't the main focus of the story. The main focus of the story was that they were separated and then they were gonna change everything.
Yeah.
But now they're like, oh shit, we can't do anything about these people.
Yeah.
Which the whole time I was like, the uncle seems so
sus.
like he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
A spectator. Something is not right with him. And he ended up being crazy. Which I'm very interested in his role as like the gods gave him a gift. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening there?
I kind of like how that it seems like the gods are playing chess and these are
Yeah,
just like
they're
their
using people.
Like I really like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of see little things. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't actually like
Yeah.
ever hear stuff.
Yeah.
That is true.
I like that.
I also think that this was like a very good read. It was dark times. That it was very kind of reflective of what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I enjoyed it. Anyways, love book Friday.
5 out of 5. Okay. Oh, wait. Well, I'll get. No, don't worry. I'll get into that question in a second.
Like he's just like, I'm so loyal.
Yeah.
Also, his role, like, why is he so good?
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel like we're gonna get into
There's some
Yes.
there's gonna be some crazy shit happening.
I
It's
agree.
like, there's no way you're gonna put your life on the line and just like
Yeah.
question
Also,
it.
I think to another player, but I feel like they don't do it just in love with you.
It kind of seemed.
I'm
I
getting
am
those vibes.
definitely getting that.
Yeah. Either that or
he knows
some.
that he's in love with Adrienne.
Yeah.
That's what I.
But I did love like the wholeness of their like brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have any other family. I was like,
Yes.
I like that. I like that. That's what
Yes. That's why I felt that more than Luca at times.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Mine's like a little bit very similar to yours.
okay, you go ahead.
I'm not gonna get into it. It's 3.5 though. Like I feel like it's just wasn't for me, so it could be for other people. But I actually thought that it was very similar to Wild Reverence and Wild Reverence. Just like,
Yes,
I get it.
I have not. Wait, hold on. I haven't gone to Well Reverence.
Yep.
I haven't read it.
Well, I discovered Wild Reverence and with this book too. I think for me to feel like the actual romance or just like actually like the connection, I need dialogue. I need more dialogue. Not just like some time jump. They've known it. Just say it. I'm not gonna be listening.
Or yeah, I don't think it's enough. I didn't think it was enough for them to be like I love your dad, but I need to like have it developing. Now I see why you're going. Them just being like, oh, you're friends, and I want to be the same. I'm like, that's just not enough.
You just want to tell me and not
Yes.
like, does that make sense? Like I just.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do think that the yearning was very well written. Like I felt it. Like when Luca was like, I was like, okay. Because I was listening to the audiobook too, and the voice acting was very
I feel like voice actors can really make or break.
It really made it. I was like,
I really love like when she showed us
Yeah.
And then like
being like hearing her and seeing her and everything. That's what was fun. I love it.
Yes.
Although I didn't like actually hate him.
Yeah. I know.
It's just after that happened, I was like, no, I'm done. I mean, are you done?
I know.
But that's what I would do if I was dating him. Like, no, we're done.
the gods take away the
Yeah.
gods.
Like I get why it is.
Yeah.
I
I must
get
get
it.
it,
But it's like
That was it.
Yeah.
like
At least communicate. Like I cannot.
As soon as he was like, we'll go together, I was like, oh,
That's not happening.
I was
Yeah.
like, that'd be too pretty of a bow to tie up.
yeah, and then also the whole time she's nursing too. Like you deserve it. You
Yeah.
deserve it. Only from the
Do it again.
Yeah.
choose the other people over her again.
Yeah.
And as much as she might get it, like
So, like, it's understandable. He's a like chief, whatever. Like he's a soldier. Like he can't just be like, oh, I love you. And we're gonna.
Yeah.
Leave this
Exactly,
thing,
like the
I get
face
it.
of this revolution.
Yeah,
like his
right.
best
And
Why is
friend
it
is
like-
leading
And
it.
he's just like, bye.
Yeah.
We're all gods, like chosen.
No, I get what you mean. Like at least say like, yeah, I can't. I'm not doing it. You know?
don't lie.
Yeah.
And trick her into
That was fucked up.
Tricking her
I
into
think he
leaving.
could have told her like, hey, like I love you,
Yeah.
but
And
I
then
get
also
it.
like maybe
Yeah.
like you're risking your life to kill me, and it'll be a distraction to me because I'm trying to like do what I'm typing my time if you stay, which means both our lifestyles. We're all based on let me explain all this to you. I'm still gonna give you like a chance to decide for yourself. Also, like you've held out thus far. You've done really well for yourself thus far,
Right.
and you're also gotten really
Like,
well.
let's give her some
Maybe
credit.
maybe
Right.
I mean, it's really good. What's great? If maybe like give that some weight too.
Maybe she could hold her own.
Yeah.
And also, what do these gifts actually mean? Are they gonna get powers? Like, can you be a power couple? You got this. Like, leave her with Belly.
Be together.
I was really interested. I want to know more about what that means. Like, especially with the uncle. Like,
Uncle, like, is shady as hell. So,
Yeah.
what's going on
so
there?
okay, wait. The Falcon specific. Like, was he sending? He was sending the Falcon.
So he was sending it, but like regardless if it was him or the Emperor's New Groove. I don't know his name. The console. He like everything that the console do is like it was whispered on by. So like so like even if the console was doing it, more likely than not, it was like coming from like his ideas because he was very yeah.
He's like, oh,
I'm just
really.
He literally like little finger. He's literally like he's all the thing. I personally liked it. I thought it was a 4 for me because you know what it is. It's kind of like that Hades Town, Romeo and Juliet vibe. Where they tell you from the beginning, like they're like, this is not a good like. This is a tragedy, right? Not a tragedy because we don't know how it's gonna end up, but it's not. You know, this is not like exactly. And it's like telling us from the very beginning, like this is. Like, so whenever we would get flashback scenes, it was like in the back of my head, but just like with Hades Town and Romeo and Juliet or whatever, you can't help but be like, but maybe.
But maybe.
Yeah. It's like, but maybe it won't actually happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's happening. But it's like, maybe not. And so I both love and hate those stories. And I'm so like, I'm like a moth to a flame, like I shouldn't, but like I really so I like the back and forth when you know things are bad, and I love kind of that intrigue of like, well, how did we even get here? We know where we are, but how did it happen? And so I love the little teasing of like death. I was like,
The
oh
teasing
shit,
was so good.
yeah.
She's like, I don't know what's happening, and then she goes into like before or
Yeah.
now. You're like, oh my god, just tell me what happened.
Just tell me.
Awesome.
And I think that's what got me. I would say that I think it's a 4 because the first like not too many chapters, if I'm completely honest with you, like maybe like a handful of chapters, I did have an issue like getting into it.
It was so
I was
hard.
like, oh, I have to get through this. And then, but I will say it didn't take very long. Like after a while, I was like really into figuring out what the fuck was going on, how did it happen, why are we here. So yeah, that's
I
right.
agree with that. I don't know if it was difficult for me to get into it because create the heated rivalry at the same time. And the Dungeon Crawler, which is like,
Is it good?
So good. Wait, what is it?
Which also
Dungeon Crawler NFTs. Anyways, we can talk about that one later, but it's two completely different genres from this.
Yeah.
So when I went from that writing, which was very simple, very like RPG style,
Yeah.
whatever, into this, I was like, I can't. This is too hard. This language is complicated.
Yeah.
Give me
That's
two
what
ice buckets. I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched it. I haven't read it, but I
Yeah,
watch it.
I haven't done any of it because I'm like, so here's what's happening. I'm like frozen because I hate watching things that are based on books that I would like. Like if it's a book that I don't particularly, I don't like, whatever. But if it's a book that I'm like, I feel like I would like this book, I want to read it first, but then I have no time to read it.
To read a romance book to enjoy the romance.
I am aware, but I just,
Yeah, but
Yes.
it is. It's a
yeah.
At least in the show.
I'm having that issue with what's the one that just came out? People We Meet on Vacation.
Oh,
Emily
yeah.
Henn. I'm having that issue.
I feel the same way.
It just came out yesterday, and I was like, I want to invite, like, have us all watch it, but I borrowed it from the library, but it hasn't come to me yet for obvious reasons, and so I'm like waiting for like to read it. So
I think I want to watch it.
Huh?
You want my copy of the book?
Yes.
You should ask me.
I didn't know.
Anytime anyone wants to borrow
That's true.
Somebody will have it.
That is true. And I did finally get, I told you about it. There's like, you know those bookmarks that are like logs for you to write which book you like and like rating or whatever? I've been wanting to use it as like a library log for people that borrow my books so that they can sign it, but then I also know like the day. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it'd be really cute to be like, oh, look at this person read this book, and like, and that's what they read. Yeah. So I've been meaning to. So like we could all have like a little bookmark thing.
That'd be so cool.
to like borrow books. Anyway, so obviously I heard what you guys have to say about the romance. I want to know what you guys thought, though. One of the most interesting aspects to me is also similar to what you said was the relationship that they had with other people. In particular, I want to get into the relationship with their parent/guardian. I thought it was for Maris, specifically, what I really liked was that idea that like the mom fully knew that she wanted to use her daughter's body, like sexually wise, as like a pawn in the game. I thought that was like a really. I don't see a lot of books like this get into it. Like they might hint it, but this is like specifically like no, we're using So that was one of the things that I was like. I was very intrigued by. I love relationships where like parental relationships where you have like half a love but like hate for them. So I want to know what you guys thought about their relationships with like their guardians or even like their mentors and everything.
I thought it was like, I thought it was really interesting how she portrays this society or this culture, at least in one of the where they clearly have children, more political, I don't know what actually even. And like, for example, Luca's couldn't have kids, so he was like, fine, I'll adopt. And then he, even though he was disappointed how he was behaving and stuff, he was like, he needs an heir. He needs an heir. And I've already publicly, so like, it would reduce his power or his legitimacy or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was that really interesting. And then I have to say, I also think it's so interesting how, like, I don't know, obviously, what their grandparents are like, their generation, and I think I give even more credit to like Maris and Vale over Luca was raised somewhere else in this part, but their generation like so disillusioned. They didn't fall into the power. They were like, no, we're gonna change this. Even though they're like, we have everything, we're gonna have power. We are the richest. And they were trained and almost brainwashed. They still were like, we just leave this anyway. We're gonna change it. And we're gonna,
It's probably like due to that negative relationship with their parents they had.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
But I have to think that their parents were raised the same way.
I
What's the breaking point? And that's always, I think that if you just throughout history,
I kind of have like an idea that like, which is breaking my own heart a little bit more, which is that even their parents thought the same, like, oh, I'm gonna get there and I'm going to change it. But just like how Maris found herself by accident and kind of playing the game, you kind of then get into you get sucked in, and even if you don't like it, you want to play the game to like survive almost.
That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's a good point. And I feel like the only reason why it really changed is because Luca
Reacted emotionally.
Yeah. He came from like the lower city. Like, because if that hadn't happened with Rhea, then nothing would change. Because what's her face Baron was gonna step into her mom's position, and I doubt that I can't remember what Vale would have really objected to becoming consul if not for what Luca did.
And also, I will also give credit to the fact that like the philosopher and the priestess, the priestesses actually, even the ones that we didn't meet, they clearly had a plan. So like they obviously were like causing change anyway, but like I do have to wonder in their generation before, because they didn't have a priestess or philosopher that was like forcing a change. You know what I mean? Then I wonder if Maris and Luca, whether they wanted to or not, again they would have.
and yet it's also interesting to think about what drew those particular mentors, because they were both like, why you're not going to do this? It's like less than what you are. It was not your path, and yet they're like, we're going to do it anyway. And so then that makes me think, okay, so much like fate, choice, much of the gods actually.
Yeah, they did mention that though. The priestess, they were like, that is your path. And like at the end, one of them was like, your path looks change. Yeah.
I liked how she kept saying that. I was like,
I know. I'm glad
what's going on?
I like the priest.
I am
grumpy, but like cared about no one than
I love that she gave her the death that she wants.
Yeah, that was. I honestly thought that maybe she would pass her God's blood.
I thought that too.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking the whole time. About she's gonna be like, I'm giving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Once you come to the realization that I need to come and just give it to you. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
would make
that's too
too much
obvious.
sense.
And
What would have the plot so much?
But I also kind of like the fact that I also thought the same thing, and I was like, Eris doesn't know this, but she's about to be a priestess. But then after it didn't happen, I was like, you know what? I kind of like this is a priestess that like stood. What's the expression? Stood on business? That does not sound natural coming from my mouth at all. I won't say that again. I'll never attempt that saying again. But like, anyway, the point is that she clearly was like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is
She
wrong.
didn't want to pass.
She didn't want to, exactly. So she was like, it wasn't like, this is wrong, but maybe you can do something different. No, this is wrong. Like, we're not doing this. You're done, you know? So I kind of like that.
I think this is like important because in a way there's no one with God's blood left.
Yeah.
Which means there's people with God's gifts. So they're two different things.
Yeah.
The God's blood was like stolen initially. That's why they got the whatever, like the medallions or whatever. But the gifts are bestowed on people.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly that means, but I think we'll figure that out.
I think it's kind of reminding me a little bit, not exactly, but like Divine Rivals like introduced the concept of gods in the first one, but we didn't get to really know more about them until the second one. So
It's a lot of
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even until Ruthless Vows, we got to know more about like how they operate and like their relationship. So I feel like I wonder because this is a duology, if I'm not mistaken. So so I'm kind of hoping that we're gonna.
Okay, is the one for next month like the first of a series? Because this is driving me crazy. I'm like getting behind on all these because daughters already know like, okay, well, I have to read the second one. I know. I'm like, okay, well,
So
I have to
it's
read this one.
actually really funny that you say that because literally like 2-3 days ago I was like, yo, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
And so I
The
have
backlog.
I know. So I will admit that next month is a little crazy because there's so many new books that I'm like dying to read that I think fit the theme.
Okay.
So when I announced that like the poll that like
Okay,
it will be like
now
but
we die. Is that one?
Yeah, it is the first
it is
series.
the first of the
It's like
series.
multiple.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
So I have maybe not for February, but I have like told myself that starting March I will always have at least like some of the options be either standalones or completed series where people can already
The
read
second
it.
one in when we've started.
Well,
Yeah, I just
move
really
on to
like it.
children of like
That's
whatever.
okay.
But you can make it an option and then people can vote. For
Exactly,
It. 'Cause, like,
yeah.
you have to vote for it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know you're hesitant. It's not everyone.
That's why I'm hesitant, but I have thought about like that. Like I have thought about presenting books where maybe I'm presenting the first one of a series, but the series is already out, or like the third one just came out, and like I want to read the third one, but I'm gonna present the first one for people, like so that anyone who's already been reading the series can be like,
So you have a disclaimer.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I said this. I was like, this is not a full on dictatorship, but this is like this is
Yeah.
It is your book.
This is
that's
yeah.
just like that book.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
an illusion of it.
Exactly,
I
absolutely.
didn't realize it was a duology until I like googled it halfway through. I wanted it to be a true like tragedy where one of them died. Like
I was ready for it to just sing alone.
I wanted
I'm so sorry. This is I have to re-research the definition, but this is either an authoritarian or totalitarian book club. Okay, then this is an authoritarian book club. But no, I will like my plan is that like for example, a lot of people were interested in Legendborn. And I never thought to present it because I'm ready to read Oathbound. And
Have you read the first one?
I read the first two.
Oh.
And so I was like, well, I'm not going to present it because I feel like that's cheating. But now that like but that made sense when the book club was just starting, and I feel like we didn't have a lot to read. But it's so funny that you said it because I had the thought like 2 days ago. I was like, I am going to need to present more of like books that are either standalone or already the series is finished, so that people can just like.
been talking about it. We've been talking about it for 3 months
Yeah,
now.
I know. I might, because I'm trying to do by vibes, but straight up, if by like the time the vibes come back, and I might cheat. If people don't cheat, don't pick it. Like I'll put it as I'll put it as an option, and I'll be like, so veto. Because I put it like 5 times in the poll. There's this book. The
Damn, I voted for it at least twice.
I mean, it might not have been 5, but it might have been like Leave or Diego. It was you would recognize it. So there were two. Actually, there were 2 books. There were 2 books that I put. Yes, standalone. And there were 2 books that I put twice that they were standalone. No, not twice, like several times. It was The Familiar, and it was oh my god, I have The Bewitching. Yes, they're both standalone. They're both spooky. I literally started putting them like in September. No, like even before I was like September, October, November. I know. And I was like, one of these two surely will win because surely people will want to read standalones, and it's spooky season.
But then you also have to think about the other books that you put.
Yeah.
I know I have really great options.
No, look, if you want to pick one, you need to put really lame options.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then ones that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Just the Familiar or the Christmas one. Christmas yet.
I love it too. One of them's really
I'm literally gonna start putting like, but I feel like people will pick it. I was like, I'm gonna put Fallen City or fucking the Wimpy Kid, like the Wimpy guy. Come on, like, but I feel like people will be like nostalgia, and I'll be like, come on.
That'd be really easy. They're not gonna show up, but then they don't show up.
They don't show up. I know. No, I know. Yeah, I will say, I will apologize in advance because I will not change my February options because I genuinely am very excited about them. I'm doing both. They're all romance in some sort because of February, but also half of them are written by Black authors because it's Black History Month. So I'm not changing that at all. But
I don't have to change.
I know, no. But it's funny that you bring it up because I also had the same thought. I was like, this was fine when I was trying to pick a theme and I was like trying to like really get back into like the groove of reading, and now I'm like, hold up though, I'm starting to get overwhelmed. So like an option that I actually took out in January that I ended up not putting it was Snow Like Ashes, if you remember that book. It's really old and it is a series, but the books have been out. Kind of like, I even thought about putting like Red Queen, because I don't remember the fucking series.
I haven't read that.
But you see what I mean? If it gets chosen. I mean, but I'm saying like, it's a book, it's a series that like, it's been out for so long that if people like it, they can easily read and finish, and like, you know, so I have thought about that as well. I've thought about more standalones, but so surprisingly I find a lot of duologies and not many standalones.
No authors do standalones.
No.
Do you feel like reading like historical fiction at all?
The most historical fiction that I feel like most historical fiction that I think about are like,
I've heard that.
Which
I've
one?
on my shelf.
I got it from Goodwill for like $1. Still haven't read it.
Especially reading it like nowadays.
It's really sad.
If you're drinking,
Keep telling them to try.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it.
I have not read The Nightingale.
Yeah, would not recommend right now.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point for book club. Like,
Yeah. Well, I just
appreciate the light.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I will. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's hard to rom-coms.
Yeah.
You do something that's gonna break me.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you should read The Nightingale then.
Peter, that's gonna break you a different way. That's a different breaking. I'll since you guys are the people that constantly come, I will tell you guys what the February ones are, so you guys can see. But I will apologize now because I don't think any of them are a completed series or standalone. but I'm really excited for them. So yeah, that's why.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna show up. But
Yeah,
Same.
yeah,
I might complain.
yeah,
I'll show up.
yeah.
I might not read.
Well, I also have zero issue if we want to like when the books, for example, whenever the second one comes out, I have no problem like either putting it as an option again for Fallen City and then we discuss both books, or having like a separate like, hey, whoever's read Fallen City and wants to read this, we
We have a
can
separate one to discuss.
we can have a separate one.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to do something like that.
I was gonna say that. I really
What
like that.
part of author? No,
Just, I just think just one,
Yeah.
maybe like in the summer or something.
Yeah, I have also thought about that. I've also thought about 1 month doing all the picks for books that we've already read and like their second or third or whatever are out. So any choice that people pick, it's been like a past one.
Like you can do it for the thing. What I'm
Yeah, like an example like that, and like so like the options would be like the second for Fallen City, the next for Fourth Wing, and the next for Daughter of New Worlds, like an example. And so like it's like, okay, most people have already read this, so that month it's like we discuss that. So I've thought about that as well.
And I also like the option of, everybody kind of pitching in and being like, hey,
Yeah.
we could have a like one of our meetings and like I'll get your
Yeah,
choice.
I mean,
Or not, if it's
Yeah.
If it's chosen, like I'll just reread it again.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's also true.
Or read this. I'll read
the
it.
Sparks
I'll
notes.
talk about it even though I
The cliff
don't
notes.
I had to do that for Quicksilver when I started Brimstone. I was like, what? How come fiction?
I have not been able to read Brimstone at all.
I've started tonight, so I haven't picked it up yet.
I've not, and we went to the midnight premiere.
I'm not even
I'm
reading it.
scared
Just
about that.
seeing all this stuff.
It's fine. It's just not as good as
I've heard that there was like a lot of like things that were missed in the editing process.
Yeah.
I also hate Kingfisher. Like, that's like, I want to punch him in the face. One, his stupid ass name. Dumb name. Like stupid ass name.
Oh,
No, I haven't.
Oh
I
no.
hate his name now.
Oh, there's more.
Oh my god, don't say it.
I'm not
Oh my
gonna
god.
give it away.
See, now this is making me want to make Brimstone.
The ending is really good. I'll say that.
Queen Hunter?
Yeah.
Lips are sealed, but yeah.
And then he's so misogynistic. Like, what is going on? He was like, you were eating heat, you little bitch, or some shit like that.
Wait, I don't remember that.
I don't
remember
remember
that.
I almost DNF'd that shit. 'Cause I was like,
She's like, break me. Remember?
he literally said to her, and I was like,
I was in the car to work and that part came on and I locked in immediately.
No, so I cannot. I've recently started doing audiobooks, and I did one audiobook that had like not even like a super like it wasn't even that smutty, but it had like some. I swear I had to lower the volume and stuff like
Bring the cars around
in
you.
my own car. Because you cannot tell me that you've never been parked in a parking lot. People are on the phone and you're like, "Arr," and I'm like, I could choose.
what the fuck? There you go, man. Of course.
But at least I find that Avatar is not that bad. It's like it's not bad, but like something like a Quicksilver, something like a Fourth Wing, even like I don't know, a heated rivalry. I would never.
Ketamine at the gym. And there was the book doesn't have any smut at all. There's one scene, and that specific scene came on while I was at the gym, and this person was doing like moaning sounds. The professor and the girly cop when they were in
when they were in the
closet.
That's right, because you came into book club. You guys have
It's
to
like the one scene.
and that came on while I was at the gym, and I was like, my husband was to my right, and I was on the treadmill, and I was like, this is terrible.
That's so
But
funny.
the loading was idiotic because it's just like, just read it.
The audiobook too. That's right.
It was one narrator doing two different voices.
Oh, gosh.
And she was doing breathy things, and I was like, shut up. So anyway,
She's really taking her artistic liberty.
she really was. I mean, I don't.
She's an actor.
She's doing things.
She's doing things.
They were not doing things.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So anyways, ketamine.
that's really
Just teach
funny.
our avenues. Book that just came out. Just see how they
This
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
Does she have a standalone that just came out? It's a
I think
woman
it was
on the
the
cover.
other. Yeah, it's the other.
Oh, is that okay?
With like the space.
Yeah, like
I haven't read it yet. but-
Sky or something. Or
Yeah.
I'm like 100 in line on looking, so it's not ready. But it's
yeah, I've heard good things about it. But I don't know.
The only authors that I know that consistently do like standalones that I have read at least have been like Sylvia Moreno Garcia. So the Mexican Gothic, the Bewitching. Melissa Albert does a lot of. She's YA mostly, but she's very like she's YA, but all her stuff are very like folklore, like kind of like.
What are the names?
One of them is the bad one. The other one is. I see it. I don't know it. But I see it, but I don't know it. Or even like I have you guys read Phantasma?
Still want to read it.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So Phantasma is a good one because it is a series, but each book is technically a standalone. You know,
are they
interconnected, but like.
they're like what are they called? Companion books.
Do you like them?
Yes.
Oh no!
Wait,
Oh,
Has palette cleansers.
okay.
Yeah.
It's like the Pig and Spice palette. They're so corny.
Oh, that's the other. Oh, yes, that's the other one. But like the
the writing
spell.
Is it what? Is the writing a heated rivalry? Is that what
Let's
hold
put things in
on.
perspective here.
No, the Heated Rivalry is actually way better than people think
Like
it is.
Oh, okay.
It is much more like complex than it looks.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy, but the whole premise is pretty like interesting because it goes back and forth. You see the show, so it goes from like them meeting each other and their romance goes for 10 years. But going back and forth, it's also representation. So Shane is basically like on the autistic spectrum, which she also admitted to. So she wrote him that way. That's why he's so weird in the show. And
That makes way more sense.
the actor was also like talking about how he tried really hard to kind of implement that aspect of his acting. That's why the whole time he's like extremely nervous, like weird. He has this like little things where he just like puts his head down and stuff. So it's crazy stuff. Yeah.
So he learned it?
So I am Russian originally, but
How did he do?
so he is fantastic. I didn't even know. Well, there's obviously an accent. I thought that maybe he was like Russian American and kind of was like, trying to relearn Russian or whatever. But he's completely American. I think he's not Canadian, right? He's American. But
He's from Texas.
yeah, he did fantastic. There's certain words that he says that he doesn't have any accent on them. And I'm like, that's crazy because you learned it specifically before the show. And I'm very impressed with that. And like,
That's
there's
dedication.
The monologue scene some of it is just so clean. And I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen several places. It doesn't even have like a whole, like, very long bath bomb.
Yeah, the Mongolia, yeah.
He did well.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Also, just his Russian accent in English. I was like, okay, that's impressive.
That is another
I'm
thing.
very
I
bad
think they did a fantastic job in the show, showing like the Slavic nature of like how he responds to things. Like just like he says just single words. Yes, no. That was like a big problem when I first came to the States because like we were very like straightforward people. You would say either yes, no. You're not gonna be like, oh, you know, this and that. Like you'd literally be like,
From there to the south.
no. Initially, I went to school. It was a great story. I played tennis my whole life, so I got one like full grade scholarship. And then I transferred to Georgia, which was a completely different experience. And yeah, many years. I became a citizen in 2020. Thank you. Is that new?
Green card or
Initially, no, I'm a citizen now, but it took me 10 years to get yeah, so I wasn't with so initially it was the scholarship situation, you get like 4 years of visa, and then there's an extension for work, and then the work should, if you get a work, they can, like if you get a job, they can sponsor a visa, which is very complicated. And I met my husband, so initially I was kind of going through the work visa situation, but then we got married, that changed. And we went through the marriage green card. Had that green card for 3 years, and then realized that's true.
I know it's a mess. Down in South Florida, you can imagine that everyone I know, including myself, like we're all immigrants. Like my neighbor, the person you go to, like you see at Publix, the person you know, like everyone's an immigrant, and so constantly like that of like, well, I'm doing this visa now. This is my disappointment. That's dragged out. You like it's
So when I did when we did the marriage situation, everything that I've done in the past and counted towards it.
No, it like because once you start a new process, you're literally entering for the first time for like that.
So do they count like the years you've been here?
No,
It goes from and then you have to. After 3 years of being married, you have to reaffirm that you're still like in the same goodwill marriage. You have to drop it in an interview. You have to show pictures. I literally had a folder that was 500 pages long to show the officer that we're in a to prove that relationship. We've been together for next year's and 10 years. So yeah, it's like ridiculous. And then the officer was like, didn't even look at our documents. He was like.
yeah, but sometimes they could ask. Like I've had friends that are like, yeah, they asked us which side of the bed we sleep in.
It's insane because I had my other friend. She also met her husband in college. And then they separated them.
Yeah, they separate you.
Separated. So I was so stressed out. I was like, holy shit, like they can ask you anything, like his mother's middle name or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And his family is humongous. So you've got 700 like uncles and aunts and stuff. And I was like, what if they do this? Like, what am I gonna say? Because my friend had this situation. They were separated. They were also in a like good marriage for a while, and then suddenly they were like, no, we don't like you, whatever. They separated them, started asking them questions and stuff, and I was like, this is so stressful.
Yeah, they will literally ask you like little things like like what side of the bed, what color is their toothbrush. Like they can ask you anything to try to see if you pay attention. But like the problem with that, if you can imagine, is that like if I'm somebody who doesn't pay attention, then I have no fucking clue.
I understand to an extent why they do that, but at the same time, I couldn't answer that.
I don't know, but let's be real. You just don't know. But yeah, when my sister and her husband, they met in high school, but he was there with I don't remember what kind of visa. I think they had like political asylum. I don't remember his exact. But he graduated.
Asylum is also
that's a completely different thing.
Doing things.
But he went to university and he got hired as an engineer, and so through work they were helping him get the visa, which a lot of engineers do because there's not a lot of engineers here in the U.S. or whatever. So he was going through that process. They got married. and they did ask. They were like, should we do the marriage one? And the lawyer was like, do not start over. Like, do not just write out.
Yep.
And it did take, like, they were married, and it still took him another 3-4 years to get his, like, his.
Did you just switch to American faster?
No, it was just I was already applying for the work visa, but then we got married, and our attorney was like, "Hey, like you should do this because that's like it is kind of faster. It moves a little faster because it's like you become a relative versus the work stuff. It can like take a really long time to get back.
And also the work
exactly.
too.
Yeah,
Like, if you get fired,
then you
then
have to stay with that employer.
Yeah.
The amount of time. It's funny because I worked there for a year and then left. So I would have had like if I did the H-1B, which is the work visa, I would have had to stay with them for the duration of the process. So you can't move, you can't do anything. So we talked to the lawyer because we were already like applying, we had all the papers and everything, and she was like, you know what, let's just do this. You go this route, like this is solid because you were getting married. You know what I mean? Like, you're with this person. So.
I've dated 2 people now. But I dated 2 people who were both immigrants. They were both going through the green card process. And both of them said to me, it was really weird. They were like, oh, the government just wants my money. And they just like want me to
Oh, well, yeah. Actually,
Like,
can I pause you guys for 3 seconds? I just
Words.
remembered that I am still live.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hop off this.
No, not that. I just didn't want anyone to say anything. But if we think that we want to discuss the book more, if not, then I will just stop the live and we'll keep discussing. I just want to make sure that nobody says anything that they don't want to say. Okay, are we good? Okay, good. All right.
Read it if you want.
Read it if you want.
An endorsement from Alex. Read it if you want. Okay, so I'm just gonna say bye. This was the December pick, Fallen City by Adrienne Young. It's a duology. I really liked it about Roman. Well, it's not Roman gods. It's based on, inspired by Roman. Yeah, like esque, like inspired esque. Anyway, really good romance, corruption, government, gods, all the good stuff. Bye. Bye bye.